Let's wrap up cheese week number 9 here with something just a little bit different. How about some grilled cheesies? Lunchables crispy grilled cheese sandwiches. Uh, the brand Lunchables is owned by Kraft Heinz. Now, I don't typically watch reviews of food products much before I review them, but in this case I did because I had never heard of these before. And I have not found one single positive review yet. It seems like most people are complaining about the price. And we're going to get into that here in just a bit. We're going to break these things down and I'm going to see what they taste like because I have a hot one sitting right here. So this is going to go quick. Now, everyone's seen this brand, Lunchables. I remember seeing these back in, I think as far back as the 70s or the 80s. Whenever they came out, yes, our mom did send those in our lunch boxes to school with us, and it made for a very easy prep. So they are convenient. Now, taking a look at the nutritional facts, I see one thing that stands out here, and that's sodium. Good Lord, these things are high in sodium. 1,350 milligrams if you eat just one sandwich. So if you eat both of them in here, 2,700 milligrams is going to be 118% of your RDA of sodium. So I'm trying to be positive about these things. I'm going to be accurate in what I think of the taste, but I'll tell you what, things aren't getting started off good here when it comes to the sodium. Now, here's a little bit of a trivia type of thing. I'm going to show you guys a video that they use for marketing, and pay very close attention to this video because there is a huge flaw in it. Check this out. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love. Oh, look at that nice cheese pool. Okay, that's the key word, the cheese pool. Now, let's go ahead and break these things down and just get right into this taste test. Yeah, 2,700 milligrams of sodium if you eat both sandwiches. Now, apparently they come in a pepperoni pizza flavor as well. I did not see those. I purchased these at a discount grocery store called Grocery Outlet here on the West Coast. Really popular in California, especially since groceries are just getting insanely expensive. And they typically have items that have not sold at other locations, so I did pay $2 as opposed to the current price of $4 at Walmart. So leave no side uncrisp. Now, here's another marketing image, crispy in 60 seconds. We're going to find out. I just microwaved these for exactly 60 seconds. And here's the left side. Check out that cheese pull again. Crispy in 60. And another view of the cheese pull from the other side. There's a bit of a problem with that. Easy grilled cheesy awaits. Microwave from frozen. All you do is remove the plastic wrapper that you keep the lid in. Microwave on high on a paper towel. I didn't use a paper towel. I don't know why I didn't use that. And cool down for 60 seconds. Okay, so we're going on a couple of minutes here. We just came out. So taking a look at the ingredients, look at all of that. Wow. No, I am not going to read all of those ingredients. Now, let's see how much it would cost to make a grilled cheese sandwich at home. Let's pick up a loaf of white bread at Walmart, $1.63. Okay, and then of course we would need cheese, $2.50 for great value sandwich. But you know what? Let's go ahead and upscale this. Let's pay that extra $1.30 at $3.86 for Kraft sandwiches. Because after all, these are made by Kraft Heinz. So we're looking at about $4 for a box of these, so $2 per sandwich. Yet if you buy your own bread and your own cheese and spend a few extra minutes, let's say the loaf of bread has 16 slices, so we can make 8 sandwiches. That would bring these down to 50 cents per sandwich, or $2 for both of these sandwiches. So pretty much half. Now here's my box right before I opened it. The box does not have a tear strip on the end, and the glue is really hard, and the box is difficult to open. So it's a frustrating to open package. Here's what it looks like when taking them out. Sure enough, you got two sandwiches. Let's take a look at what one looks like here. So you have two pieces of bread and two pieces of cheese, where the cheese isn't even placed to where it covers the whole surface of the sandwich. So when biting into the edge of this, you're going to get several bites of only bread. Now, I'm assuming that these are made by machines, and it would cost more money to separate these two pieces of cheese and lay them out evenly. So it's very poorly constructed. And of course, you can see some ice crystals on the inside of the box here. So let's go ahead and see what these things taste like. This magic lid that I guess maybe people's kids would be using when they're not at home, since these are marketed for kids, has some sort of a metallic looking surface on the bottom. And finally, here's what our $2 sandwich looks like when it's already assembled. Yeah, it's two pieces of bread. So, and then of course the cheese in 60 seconds is slightly melted. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's take a look at this video again, and let's see if I can replicate this. But let's see if I can do the cheese pull. All right, here we go. Ah, it won't do it. Why? Because the bread isn't cut. So yeah, the video is misleading. And if you go and if you cut this thing in half, you're going to cut the cheese in half also. So you're not going to get the cheese pull. So yes, we have a misleading video to go along with our 1,350 milligrams of sodium. So let's go ahead and see what it tastes like. The edges of the bread are a lot chewier than what I was expecting, and in fact, it's hard to even pull off. This is not a good texture. In fact, this is just plain not good. So it tastes like white bread with a piece of cheese in it. So everyone seems to be complaining about the fact that these were $5 when they came out, so $2.50 per sandwich. We've already deduced that you can make these for half the price yourself. Just get some bread and put some cheese in it and grill it. And then I seriously doubt that would be 1,350 milligrams of sodium for two pieces of bread and a slice or two of cheese. And then, of course, you could spread the cheese out to where it covers the whole sandwich, where you don't have bites that have only bread. So let's start at a 5. There's no way I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. There's no way I'm rating these more than a 5. In fairness, let's start there. For the price, I'm going to agree that these are a value at $4 because of the convenience. Let's say someone has kids that are not of the age to be able to actually make their own food. And of course, throwing something in a microwave is not making your own food, even though their marketing says make it yourself. That's throwing something in a microwave and pushing a couple of buttons. But let's say somebody's not up to the age of actually grilling something safely by themselves. There's the convenience factor. So let's go ahead and start with a 5. The price is fair. The frustrating to open box, I'm going to knock a star off and bring it down to 4. Okay. The misleading marketing video where there's magically a cut in the bread when there's not, and the cheese pull being fake, that's going to knock another star off and bring these down to a 3. So the sodium levels, that's unacceptable to me. Would I buy these again? No. Would I feed these to my children? No. And if somebody's in a position that they really need something this convenient and fast, hopefully they're looking at the ingredients on there and realize how much sodium is in these. So we're going to knock another star off and for the sodium and bring this down to a 2. Now, The fact that I wouldn't buy these again, let's say the Kraft Heinz offered to just give me a lifetime supply of them. Would I take that? Yes. But I wouldn't eat them and I wouldn't feed them to anyone I know. I would donate them to a food bank. However, I would at the same time feel really guilty about donating something to a food bank that somebody could that has so much sodium in it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So we're stuck at a 2. Is there anything else detracting enough to reduce these down to a 1? I would say yeah, and I would say that that is the poor and the sloppy construction here, where you have the 2 pieces of cheese and such a large edge of the 2 slices of bread that are not going to have melted cheese in the end. So they're made sloppy, they're hard to open, they're twice as much as what you could make at home, and they're insanely high in sodium. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I try to be as fair as possible. And I'm not going to agree with the other reviewers about price because there is a price for convenience. And twice as much as making something yourself isn't really all that bad. Um, but I think that 1 star is accurate. And we'll just leave it at that. So hopefully you've enjoyed Cheese Week number 7. It's a bummer not to end this one on a high note because I was actually hoping that these were good. I may actually finish a little bit of the inside of this, not the chewy edges of the bread. And I think it's going to need a whole bunch of hot sauce or something. So there we have it. If you like videos like this, stay tuned. There is going to be a Cheese Week number 10 coming up soon. So make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll get notified. Until next time, enjoy your cheeses of all types and peace out from San Francisco,